Happy Monday. It is April 27th, and this is going to be a nice day. Sunny, about 12 degrees. It's going to rain for the rest of the week, but that's okay. All right, so hopefully you guys are doing okay with the picture transformation assignment. I've tried to jump into some of your assignments just to let you know how they're coming along, if there's any mistakes that I've seen. There's last time I checked, there was 3 that were pretty good. Make sure you submit it. So you go into Google Classroom, go to the assignment, submit, and then attach the work that you've done. If it's a picture, upload it, whatever it is. It's just easy for me to make some comments. Okay, so we're gonna split actually this rotation lesson up into I think about 4 videos. Okay, so it's just gonna make it easier. They're gonna be a bit shorter. All right, so essentially what we want to be doing is, we were taking shapes, we were moving them around, okay? Then we were taking shapes and we were, if I can get this, we were reflecting them, okay? And now what we want to be doing is actually doing rotations of things, okay? So we want to be around the Cartesian grid, we want to be, rotating objects, and then getting new images in different places based on a specific rotation that's been given. Have a look at the circle right here, okay? I think sometimes it's a little bit easier to kind of think about rotations when we think about it in more of a circle context rather than the grid, okay? So if I were to have this right here, I just do like a line here, a line there, and we have this circle, okay? So some of the terminology is going to be really important, all right? So the center of the grid, 0, okay? A term that is going to be referred to a little bit when you hear this is about the origin, okay? And all that means is you're rotating shapes about the origin, you're rotating shapes around the origin. And the origin, in this case, is going to be 0, okay, kind of absolute 0, for our intents and purposes for grade 8 here, okay? So if we think about here, this is about the origin, okay? Now we want to think about the ways in which we can move and rotate shapes, okay? So if we had something and we were going to move it this way, okay, let's say, because we have 360 degrees, as a full circle here. So if we were going to move it a quarter of the way, so that would be 90 degrees. And if this is going this way, this is a clockwise rotation. So this would be if we went from this point to this point, and the shape was making a 90-degree clockwise rotation. Let's write that in there. Okay. Let's say that we were here and we were going this way. Let's say from this point to this point, okay? So if we were going counterclockwise, we're going to see this. So CCW. So clockwise is going to be referred to as CW. There's your clockwise. And then counterclockwise is going to be your CCW. I'm sure you've seen this before. Maybe if you haven't, it's just a quick little review, okay? Counter clockwise, okay? So just 3 terms. So we've got about the origin, and then we've got the way in which we move things. Now we can move things 90. If we were going to take point A and come all the way down here, that would be 180. If we were going to take this point and then come all the way down here and finish up to this point right there, well, we know 360 minus 3/4 of 360 is 270, and if we were going to make a 360-degree rotation, it's clearly the shape stays the same. Okay, so my son's screaming. Okay, so let's take a look at this right here. This is a right angle triangle. We've got the right angle. Let's just put this in right here. Okay, this might be easier. We're going to put that in right there. Okay. So I have linked put the 90-degree angle right at the origin, and I've used a right angle triangle. guys, you can clearly see this is a little bit easier when you are when you're doing this. I'm also using a shape at the beginning, okay? It's just going to make it a little bit simpler. All right. So what we want to do is for this shape right here, okay, let's call it A, B, C. Okay, so we've got a right angle triangle, ABC. We're going to make a 90-degree clockwise rotation. Okay? We're going to make a 90-degree clockwise rotation. All right? So essentially what we want to do is I would pick a point that is along one of the legs of the right angle to start. Don't use the points off the hypotenuse, okay? So you can use, or I wouldn't use this one, I would use this one right here. So I pick a point where I can easily see, if I look back at my circle diagram, where I could see a 90 degrees clockwise rotation, okay? So if you think about it right here, if we were going to pick this point and we were going to come all the way down here, you know, we'd have 360 degrees come back. But if we're going to make a 90 degree, what I would do when you're having a shape like this, and I would make one of these, I'd make one of these little right angle triangle diagrams just so you can get in the habit, and rotation gets a little bit trickier after this, but just at the beginning. So what I would do is, we know that from this point right here, or you could even do it from this point right here, okay, but I think it's going to be easier right here because this is one of the C vertices, is because we're going clockwise, so it's already on the bottom, so we're already coming into this quadrant. I'm just going to make that perforated line to know that that is 1/4 of that circle that will come along. So you know this point has to come down here, okay? And what you're going to find is when we move one of those points, we're going to see how the shape rotates, okay? So if we come down here, kind of pick that point. B looks like, I guess it's not even moving. B staying right there. And then we make that 90-degree clockwise rotation, okay? So we have that B vertice that is right at the origin. If there's a vertice that's at the origin there, this is not going to move because this is what everything's rotating around again. I think that's probably important to say. So let's just move it back here, okay? So this can't rotate anywhere else. It's going to be we could even do that. You know, we could rotate the shape down like that, okay? And then you see how the C vertice comes here, B stays the same, and then A is down here. So A originally was up here, and then we see how we've got the 90-degree rotation like that. So let's go back one more time. My vertice that comes into the origin here, that's going to be like our swivel point where everything is going to rotate around. We've got a 90 degrees clockwise rotation, so we are rotating this way, just like, you know, just like the hands on a clock would go. And then I use that point down here, and I kind of just do my perforated line, and then I take my B vertice, and then it just swings down like this, okay? So we can see how that shape has rotated 90 degrees clockwise. But what if we were going to rotate it, let's say, another 90 degrees clockwise, okay? So we would rotate it like this. This is about the origin. Remember, B vertice is staying put. And now we have rotated, originally it was from there, and it's rotated 180 degrees. If it were to rotate 270, it would rotate again. That B vertice is going to stay put, comes up here. That's a 270 degree clockwise rotation. And then finally, if we were to come back on a 360 rotation, there, okay? So I guess if we were going to, how are we doing? Okay, we're 9 minutes and 53 seconds, okay? Not much longer on this. So what I want you to do today is I want you to create a grid, all right? I want you actually to, well, let's just put the steps down here, okay? So draw a grid. Cut out a right angle. Sorry guys, that's a right angle triangle, okay? Place the right angle. I want you to place the right angle vertice at the origin. That's what we've done here, right? In this instance, that right angle vertice is B, and that's at the origin, okay? Let's drop it down here for fourth step, and then let's do, so I want you to get into the habit of rotating that shape around. You can do 180 degree clockwise rotation, and then a 90 degree counterclockwise rotation, and then make each new image in a different color. So for the first one, remember, that's going to be A, B, C prime, and the second one is going to be A, B, C double prime. Okay, this is our first image, and that's our second image right here. All right, so the two questions, you know, make your grid, cut out your triangle, make sure that your cutout shape matches up. Don't have it in the middle of one of the centimeter grids. I tried to be accurate with this, and just get in the habit of seeing how that shape is going to change as it rotates. Okay, so we're going to do 180 degree clockwise rotation, and then you're going to do a 90 degree counterclockwise rotation, and just make sure that your right angle vertice sticks on the origin. Okay, where we're going to be going tomorrow is same right angle shape, but what happens if we have something like that now? So it's fully in the quadrant, and we're going to go about the origin. Okay, so you know what I mean? If we've got 2 out and 2 up, and we're going to rotate it down like this, we have to have the same 2 out and 2 up. We have to have the same distance. But anyways, that's for tomorrow. Okay, rotations I know can be a bit confusing. I really wish we were in class for something like this, but we're going to make the best that we can, okay? Or do the best that we can. Hopefully somewhat clear in terms of what we're doing. Answer these questions. That's the homework for today. Listen to this, you know, 25, half an hour of work, maybe less, okay? Tomorrow we come back, and it's going to be rotations part 2. Have a great day. I'm online. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll speak soon, okay? Thanks, guys. Bye.